Well, good evening. It's great to see everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is Julie White, and I'm in Pennsylvania. And my goodness, it's September 14th, and September is like almost half over already. Wow. So I'm really excited and honored to introduce to you tonight Grace Leon, and she is LifeVantage Senior Marketing Manager. She's been primarily working on the LifeVantage Monthly Playbook and on other communication matters, and she's been working with LifeVantage for almost 3 years. She's worked in network marketing for a total of 6 years and in marketing for 10 years. So she has a lot of experience with this. And I know that there's a lot of people that need a little help with the playbook. So Grace has agreed to help us tonight. She's just going to share her screen and she's going to walk through the playbook and then answer any questions that we have. So Grace, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate all you do. We appreciate this playbook and all the things that are in there for us to utilize. So you can go ahead and share your screen and get started, Grace.
Great, thank you all for having me join your training. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you can see everything all right.
Yep, I can see it.
Okay. So do you see the LifeVantage website? Because it doesn't look like.
Yes, I
Okay.
see the LifeVantage website with Energize, Neutralize, Revitalize, and the Tri-Synergizer.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to walk you step by step on how to access the playbook and then all of the contents that are located on both the website and on Brand Folder. And then I'll just show you how to utilize all of these assets, and then we can walk through social media as well. So this is a LifeVantage website. I'm going to log into my personalized account. Okay, perfect. So on the top right-hand corner here where it says Hello Steve, there's a drop-down menu and it'll say Monthly Marketing Playbook. So click on that and then it'll take you to this web page, which is primarily the communication hub that will tell you all of the things that are going on for the entire month. And so I'll just scroll down here and kind of just walk you through everything. So right now, the most pertinent thing that we want all of our distributors to be aware of is Global Convention and the promotion that we have associated with it as well. So it's the U+2 campaign where if you generate 500 PV in the month of September, then you can get a registration pack for free. So if you click on this website here, it will take you to the landing page that houses all of the information for the event. But also right below it is the assets, the social media assets that you'll probably want to use anytime you want to promote it on your Facebook. So I'm just going to click on one of these assets here. And then obviously we have both a Facebook square size, but also a story. So what you can do is click on this download PNG. I don't know if you can see this arrow here. You can, what was that?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. And then if you wanted both assets, you can just click on download two attachments. So that will download onto your computer, and it's actually a zip file. So if I click on this, it'll unzip, and then obviously I can see both images. So clicking out of that, this section here is for all of the upcoming trainings. So it's Success Mastery that we have on every Saturday, and also the Taking Control with LifeVantage that we have every Tuesday. And I try to update this as much as possible anytime I get the speakers. So for tomorrow's Taking Control, we have Tanya Sheldon, Elite Pro 7. Here as well, you can download all the recordings. So if you go click on here, every recording possible is already on here. I just want to put a caution on there that we don't get legal approval until about 14 days. So that's why it takes us a little bit to get new videos. Okay, so on the bottom, this is where we have our product of the month. And so every single month we'll have a different product to showcase, to talk about. And that's why on the LifeVantage social media, we'll have different graphics that kind of just help our distributors out with how to talk about the product. This will take you to the product detail page. So I'll just open it here. So obviously you can look at the entire line of products and see the graphics, but the download assets is also social media assets. So we have a whole plethora of assets that you can use as well on your social media. And I encourage you to look through each one of these because there is some really great information. And we try to update this as much as possible throughout the entire month. And we actually had quite a few uploaded in the beginning of the month. Like this is one of my favorite images here. I love every single one of my cells who's with me. And these graphics are meant to be posted on your personal social media so that you can create some type of engagement with your customers or even your distributor groups. And that's why we also encourage you to create some really fun copy and then talk about the product as well. So the section below is all of our blogs about Protandim Tri-Synergizer. So these blogs are actually meant to help you gain a little bit more information about the product. And this specifically has really good information. So for instance, this can also be part of your social media curiosity posts, like sirtuins can help regulate cellular health. We could post something like, did you know that this is a fact, or did you know what sirtuins are? And then so there's a ton of information on here that just kind of helps you with your social media as well. So let me just close out a few of these. And social media assets, this is just a link to brand folder where we have everything from product, training, some Facebook Lives, recognition templates, and even the, let me see, presentation. So the most in-demand presentation right now is a LifeVantage overview PowerPoint. So you can download the PowerPoint, a Keynote version, also a PDF if you want. These are rather large files, so I do recommend being connected to your Wi-Fi to download all of them. And I don't know if you are all aware, but these are actually animated. So if you are having issues, it is because you need to present them rather than just view side by side or slide by slide. So I'm going to go back. The last and final thing is the social media calendar. And I highly encourage every single one of our distributors to utilize this because it has a ton of information. Let me see if I can click through this or download it. So this calendar is, at least this colorful portion is a wellness calendar. And so we give all of our distributors tips on what they can do or what they can share every single day. So for instance, today is September 14th. So we provide you a Monday motivation post. And if you click on this link here, it will take you to a specific asset that you can use just to share some positivity. What else? So for tomorrow, it's don't forget to move. Regular exercise increases your body's production of antibodies. So everything that we have on this calendar actually can be a curiosity post because it can take you back to our products, but it's also just some tips for health and wellness. Also, if you look at the mighty mitochondria, we also share some blog posts that you can share with your customers or distributors as well. If you just want to share some really good information. Okay. So, and then below that is an awareness calendar. And what we are trying to do here is just provide you with everything that the world could possibly talk about. So we can give you more information, what you can say on your social media as well. For instance, today is National Eat a Hoagie Day. it's not necessarily directly related to LifeVantage, but it's to help you have some more personality and to personalize your social media feed as well. There are some instances where it could relate to LifeVantage. For instance, let me see if I can find anything here. For instance, on September 29, it's National Coffee Day. We don't actually have to say National Coffee Day, but it could spark an idea about sharing something about Axio. Axio is a really great caffeine alternative if you choose to use the caffeine, but it's all about energy, like the L-theanine that's actually in the product. So it's just some really good information. I really encourage each distributor to use this and try to think of creative ways on how to talk about this and be relevant to what other people are talking about at the current time. Okay, so I know that was a lot of information, so feel free to use the chat if you have any questions so far, but I can also walk you through the meat of the playbook, which is the assets and brand folder. So let me
that would be great.
Okay, perfect. So again, to access this brand folder, you head over to the website and then this section here where it says get social media assets. So I know it could be a little overwhelming at first because there are, let's see, 329 images already. So the best way to navigate this is actually this section where it says labels. So it's organized by each language that's available, but the majority of assets are in English. So if I navigate to the English section, we have a featured category, which is all of the new relevant things that are happening for the month. So right now, it's just global convention since we don't have any other sales promotions or product promotions. So if I click here, I can download all of the relevant global convention assets. And then distributor social assets are items like the success mastery, taking control with LifeVantage, any additional training, the social media calendar. This section is for the distributor and the distributor only. It is just only to provide you with the information that you need in order to be successful as a distributor. The customer section is more about product and the opportunity to join LifeVantage. So the difference between the customer and the curiosity section is that customers actually show the product here. So I'm going to take you through this a little bit. We have our blog, and haven't updated that in a while, but this is just some customer posts that relate back to LifeVantage. So it will show the logo, or it will show the watermark, or the product as well. So here it's NRF2 Activated Beauty because we're showing the True Science line. The opportunity are just fun assets that we have here, like what do Apple, Google, Amazon, Disney have in common? And this is really about the opportunity is the tax deductions that you can get every single year by joining or having your own personal business. And then the majority of the assets are actually in this folder called product. So you can look through it by category or by collection. So Axio will have one. LifeVantage would be the probiotic and omega. Pet Tandem assets, Physique. And then Pro Tandem is actually a little bit more organized because we break it up by NRF2, NRF1, NAD, and Tri-Synergizer. So if I click through this, it'll only show NRF2 assets. If I click here, it'll only show NRF1 assets, and etc. Same thing with the True Science line. It's also broken down by beauty and the hair care line. Stacks will also show the Ultimate Stack, Activated Essentials, Vitality Stack. So the curiosity folder is, again, it's all about generating curiosity without specifying what the product is or the logos, LifeVantage logos. And This is just for the distributor to showcase on social media without having their prospects go Google what LifeVantage is, because we don't want we don't want them to like buy from someone else or from corporate. So these are organized in the same fashion. So blog, opportunity, any product promotions that we have at the current time, programs like free shipping or the return policy, sales promotions if it is applicable, and also the product. It's same organization by collection and it goes further down in NRF2, NAD, Tri-Synergizer. And then it's also True Science and Stacks. Okay. So that's the high level organization that we have at the moment. But if you wanted to search for specific things, like I wanted to look for PowerPoint presentations, well, I can also just go through here and look. Sorry, that was a little fast. So I exited out of labels, and then by the search bar here, there is this little button called filters. So I can search for any image or product by the specific type. So PNGs, JPEGs, MP4s, PDFs, but if I'm looking for a PowerPoint, I'll just click on this box. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's because okay. So PowerPoint, and then I can access the LifeVantage PowerPoint as well. And then the recognition templates, since they are both PowerPoint and Keynote files. And then I can also look through tags as well. So if I'm looking for something relating to success mastery, I can easily click on this and it will show me everything that I would like to see. So brand folder is actually very versatile in the way you can find certain assets. So there is the final area where you can search for things, which is this label called sections. So these are organized by file type as well. So we have images, which would be all of these beautiful assets here, but videos, and I know that is a high in demand thing for our distributors. So if I click on videos, I can see the actual new Tri-Synergizer promotional video that Jesse was actually talking about this past Saturday. And then even Brian Dixon's Theories of Aging is actually on here as well. So training would just be some additional training for the LifeVantage app. Jesse and I have actually given the training on the monthly marketing playbook, so you can easily access it here. And then some of the mastermind trainings that we've had in the past are on here as well. Success Mastery, I know that is a high in demand training that our distributors are looking for, so that's why I created a separate section here, as well as the taking control with LifeVantage videos. Presentations is just the LifeVantage overview PowerPoint. Excuse me. Recognition templates, anything from Pro 1 to Pacesetter, they're on here as well. The social media calendar, we have May through September available. And the forms, I'm actually going to be updating this this week, but right now we have just the launch guide in both Spanish and English. So later this week, I'll upload the compensation form, the customer forms, and both long form and short form compensations. So that's pretty much it. I also want to note that there is this section here called search. If I'm looking for something really quick and specific, I can just look for, or I can just type that in and it will automatically populate if it fits the character count. So Protanum Tri-Synergizer, oh, I'm actually, there you go. So Protanum's Tri-Synergizer, you can see all of the assets here. And the reason why it actually didn't show up before I wanted to take you there is because if I'm on sections and I'm on forms and I try to type in Tri-Synergizer, it won't show up because it's not actually located in that form section. I don't know if you noticed, but this area here decreased. And this actually shows me if I'm looking for Tri-Synergizer, Tri-Synergizer is only located on images, videos, success, and social media calendar. So if I go into success, then I can see that specific training. Videos as well, these are all the Tri-Synergizer videos that are available. Same thing with the images. But if I click on clear, now all of these sections show up. I hope that makes sense, but if that doesn't, let me know and I can clear the air a little bit.
Okay, thank you, Grace. Can you go back to the success mastery, please?
Sure.
Okay. Now, so it takes about 2 weeks for the latest one to come out. Like this Saturdays won't be posted for a couple of weeks.
We try to get it within at least a week, but I would definitely say 2 weeks is the review process.
Okay, so now I'm just trying to see where's the most recent one.
Actually, so if you go here on view options, you can see the newest upload, which would be session 25. So September 5th. So we have Sean and Michelle Poe, Christine Bailey, and Erica Dale.
Okay.
You can actually change the way this is viewing, so from gallery view to list view. So all you have to do is click on view options, layout, and then select list instead. So you can view all of them really easy. And there's the date that's actually listed on.
The date on then. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's handy. Yeah. Okay.
The date is actually on the graphic as well. So Angie Harper is August 29.
Okay, but in the list, they're kind of like all in order.
Yeah, as long as you have the sort by and upload date, it will be, because I think you can sort it by name. So session 1, like right when we first started.
Okay. All right, that's really helpful.
Also, there is this assets per section. So right now it's at 32, but we can select 300 so that they're all in one page.
Okay.
If I had 32, then I don't know if you can see, but there are different pages here. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you so much. This is very helpful.
Anytime.
Is there anything else you wanted to share? Should we take questions?
I think we can just go into questions.
Okay, great. Let's see. Carol is saying, can you explain the different sizes of the same graphics?
Sure. So let's take an example. Let's just look at, sorry, I'm trying to think of an example. Let's do this one. So if I'm downloading the 1080 by 1080, that just means that it is a square graphic that goes either on Instagram or Facebook. Actually, these are all for Instagram or Facebook. It just depends on where you want to download it. But specifically, the 1080 by 1920 is for your Instagram or Facebook stories. So if I download this graphic here and I go onto my Facebook account, logged in, let me. I can create a story. No, that's not what I wanted. I'm a mobile user, so I hardly ever use my computer. Let me just do it from, oh, here you go. And then I add what I just downloaded. And then I post it on my social media.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
size is,
Sorry, I'm struggling. Oh, there you go. You can see it there. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so that size is for the story. That makes sense.
Yes, sorry about that. Like I said, I hardly use my computer.
That's okay. Another question here, Christy is asking, are you able to access the next month's calendar prior to the first?
The social media calendar?
Yes, I'm assuming that's,
Mhm.
yeah. This,
Yes. So what we've actually promised on our last elite call is we're going to release everything at least one day beforehand. But what I'm working with our social media team is to release it 1 week before the first.
okay,
And the website will also be updated at least one day before the first or 1 week. But we're trying our best to get it all ready.
I know a lot of us are using social media content calendars now, and
Mhm.
it's great to have that, but it typically we are more than a week ahead um, when we plan. So that'd be great, Grace, if we could have it as you're working on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know the holiday season is coming up, so I am working really quickly to make sure we have everything ready by October for October, November, and December so that you can plan efficiently since most people will be on vacation.
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
With the PowerPoint presentation, we're using those in some launches right now. And does the keynote file, the key file, actually have the notes, the script perhaps?
I'm actually not sure. I will
I
double
can't,
check.
I can't download the key file. And I know that what the presenters are saying every week is very, very similar. So I was just assuming that perhaps there's somewhere there's notes on the slides. And if we could get access to that, that'd be great. I've tried to download the key file and my system won't download it.
I think the keynote is just for a Mac computer because that's the one
Yeah.
I use. But I didn't see any notes or anything. It's just the slide presentation in keynote mode.
Thank you,
Yeah, I
Julie.
don't believe that there are any notes on there. I think they just review it with one of the sales team members and they grab all the notes from that conversation.
That'd be great to have.
Yeah, I'll make a note of that.
Yeah, that would be nice. Well, you know, we are blessed to have all these resources. I know what I've tried to do sometimes, even with Facebook Lives, one of the things that you can do is you can utilize things in here like the blog. You can go to a blog and you can make a Facebook Live out of that. It has so much good information. And a lot of these posts, if you don't want to post them on your Facebook wall, you can send them as private messages also to people. There's just a lot of different ways that we can utilize these tools. So there's a lot of great information here. I think we all need to just get in and kind of, you know, peruse around and see, you know, what all, you know, we can use as far as these resources go. So I'm trying to think of anything else. Does anybody else have a question or comment?
Actually, one other thing I did want to show you is if you have your business outside of the United States as well, we actually do have compliant assets relating to each specific country. So Australia, Canada, Europe, Greater China, Hong Kong, Mexico, New Zealand, Taiwan, and Thailand. We will be expanding this further into Singapore, but just keep that in mind. We do not have as many assets as we do in the United States, but we are going to expand the playbook to all the markets starting in January. So there will be a lot more available.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Does Europe then break down by country when you click that?
So if you go to Europe, it's actually organized just by language.
Okay.
But I will be including pinned tags. So actually, let me create one right now and show you how it works. Give me 1 second. Let me just show you this screen here. So right now you can see all of these pinned tags, and so you'll be able to access everything if you're in Europe, you'll be seeing Austria, Belgium, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, UK. So if you click on that, you'll be able to see all of the assets that are available.
That's great. Thank you so much. One of the other things that I want to point out is, everything that is in this monthly playbook is compliant. So there's a plethora of information here, on the blogs, the podcasts, these posts, and all this information is compliant. So that really makes our job a lot easier. And so I appreciate that, and just wanted to point that out to everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. So every first Saturday of the month, we'll be hosting that Success Mastery Product Training Edition. And so next month, we'll actually have our compliance team go live to help you figure out what you can and cannot say and provide real world examples as well. So that's definitely something you don't want to miss. It's the same information, Success Mastery Saturdays at 10 a.m. non-standard time. So I definitely encourage you to tune in, but also that's recorded and it'll be in the playbook as well.
Awesome. Yes, that'll be really helpful. Thank you so much, Grace. Any other questions or comments? Feel free to unmute and share or type it in the chat box. I see different thank yous here. We really appreciate you, Grace. Appreciate all the work and effort and the good job that you're doing, providing us with all these wonderful resources. So thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for just taking the time out tonight to walk through this with us. We really appreciate you. So
anytime.
Okay, so
feel free to add me on Facebook and I respond as quickly as I can, but you can send me any comments and I'll make sure to get them all answered.
Great. Thank
Part
you
of my
so
job.
much, Grace. Well, Grace, I know you have another appointment, so we're going to let you go, but thanks so much again. We really appreciate you.
Great, thank you so much. Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye. So that was great. Yep, great. Just going over all of that and getting a little more familiar. Those filters are something that are very helpful that I hadn't utilized before. And so that's definitely going to simplify things for me. So hope you all found some value out of this. And like she said, every Saturday we have the Success Mastery training, and it's phenomenal. It's truly phenomenal, and it's only an hour long. So it doesn't take, all of your day or anything. If you can just get that on your calendar and just make it become a part of your, what you do every week, that would be great. And then this Saturday also is LifeVantage Academy. So that's once a month on I believe it's the third Saturday of every month. And you can find that information on lifevantageacademy.com. You can register to get on that training. That's a 4-hour training. It's more in depth and it's excellent training. Mark Harris, Pro 8, he is usually teaching one of those trainings. So go ahead and get registered for that. And then of course we have this team Zoom every Monday night. And then on Tuesday night is our LifeVantage Taking Control Opportunity webinar, Zoom. So that's the one that we can invite people to. We're following what's on the launch guide, the simple system, ITT. I is for invite. You invite your friend or your prospect to watch a video like biohackandactivate.com. And then the first T is for a tool, getting them to an overview like on Tuesday night, or we have, there's a lot of recorded ones we just saw in that monthly playbook. If you click on the taking control opportunity. There's a lot of the Tuesday night ones are recorded there. You can use those as that tool to follow up with people or to get them the information. You can also use those to learn how to do a presentation yourself. You can download the PowerPoint. Everyone is supposed to use the same PowerPoint in the whole company. And so if you're not super familiar with it yet, you can watch some of the ones that are recorded there, and you can take notes and then come up with your way of presenting that information on the PowerPoint slide. So, so that's the second T. So it's IT, and then the third T is inviting them to talk with one of your team members, like on a three-way call. And so that's the ITT system. I was talking with a new distributor today, and she was like, wow, you know, this just seems so easy. And so ITT, it is pretty simple. We can all just follow that, and we'll make progress. So do we have any other questions or comments tonight? If not, we're just going to sign off till next week. So thank you so much for joining. Blessings to all of you. We love you. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Good night, Tita.
Goodbye. Good night, everyone. Good to see you all. Thanks for joining.